Your West Tigers just received a double dose of amazing news that we have to break down. We're talking Luai, and we're also talking the new extension that we have to give some praise and credit to. But before we do that, my name is Geordie. I am a diehard Tigers fan who bleeds orange, black, and white. And if you are the same, or if you just love footy and love passionate people about teams, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm grow a ton. So let's get into it because we got a pretty big video to cover today. Our first point of call, our first praise for the day is going to be Heath Mason has been extended and upgraded to the top 30 until the end of 2026, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We can see here the West Tigers have officially extended him up until the end of 2026, and there are some amazing quotes that we have to go over from Benji, from Heath, that we just absolutely have to give some credit to. We can see here Heath Mason has been on a roll the last few games with us as a club, but more importantly as a team, and like creating our identity as this new team now that the man who shall remain nameless is now gone, and Luai is in, Latu Fainu is in, and now Heath Mason is making waves across the NRL. He is this young gun who's come through our program. He's one of those guys that, you know, we saw a lot of potential in. We gave him a kind of a glimpse at what could be, and he absolutely took it by the reins and he went with it. And so he says, I love this club and I am so happy to be here for another year. I've played all of my juniors in the pathway system at the West Tigers and cannot wait to keep growing and developing as a player. And honestly, that makes me so happy. Someone is truly believing and is committed to this club, right? And especially a young gun. Like, we think of him, we think of the Fainu brothers. Like, these are the guys that we want to be building our future club around. And so to have him in, it only begs one question. Where do we keep him long term? We got Latu Fainu back from his injuries. He was definitely deemed the 5'8" of the future for the Tigers. But at this point, I could see Heath Mason doing the same thing. I think what we should do with Latu for the rest of this season is put him in at a ball playing lock. And the reason I say that is this is half a season pretty much done. He hasn't really played much footy other than the last 2 games. He's doing great things, and I definitely don't want to just like grunt to anyone. I love the guy and I love what he's doing. But at the same time, Heath Mason is clicking with Luai in that half pairing. He's clicking with the team. Latu definitely is as well, but why don't we put him in a ball playing lock, especially as we get Talamay in as well, having that kind of diversity in the sense that like these guys are so dangerous with the ball could be a huge upgrade for us as we kind of, you know, move across the field and, you know, have, you know, Heath Mason running the ball, passes to Luai puts a little like a chip or a grubber into you know, the defensive line. Talamay gets it, you know, and he just is absolutely off. So you add Latu Fainu into that, someone who can get that ball off that dummy half pass and just absolutely tear it up, do some steps, do a little pass, you know, create some plays there. That could be something we absolutely would love to see as a club. Now we're going up against the Canberra Raiders this coming week, and something we have to do is to, straighten up our attack. You know, one thing about Heath Mason is he definitely loves to you know, play that fullback position in the sense that that's what he's played for the last few years. Originally a half, but now he played fullback for the last few years in the pathway programs, in the reserve grade, all of that. So making sure that we just tighten up our directness, making sure we're going straighter. There's time and place for, you know, running side to side, but if we can just straighten that up, man, he is going to be just dangerous. And, you know, that also gives us the space to do more things, gain more meters, and to catch the defense off guard if we're running those direct plays. Very quick, fast play the balls, picking the ball up, passing it off, catching their markers offside, and then getting the defenders offside as well. And an easy way to break gaps, to create gaps, and then just keep making meters up the field. So as we continue moving on, you know, we can see that he definitely knows how to play footy. He's gotten tries already this season, and he knows that he is good. And so with Benji Marshall, like, we just want to make sure he was on board, and of course with the signing he would have to be, but this is what he said. This is his words exactly. Heath has earned this upgrade and extension. It is wonderful to see the pathway system producing athletes such as Heath, said Marshall. He is a great kid from a great family, and we look forward to seeing him develop further as a footballer into 2026. Now that gets me super pumped, Tigers fans. Benji Marshall is seeing amazing things in our young guns, and I am so pumped to see that some of the other young guns coming up in our systems as well, and how Benji's going to give them an opportunity to shine but more importantly, an opportunity to have their voice heard. We know that Heath Mason is young. He doesn't have a huge social presence, but he is definitely on the up and coming, and he's going to be one of those guys that's going to have major influence on the younger generation. So, with that being said, make sure you drop some, comments for Heath. Welcome him into the top 30 officially, and we'll congratulate him on his extension. Now we move on to something that was definitely had me nervous last night watching the State of Origin. That is Jarome Luai. The fella was eye gouging. The fella just didn't have a great game, but at the end of the day, he came out and he gave it his all. That he put up 2 try assists last night off those grubbers. It was beautiful. He knows how to be unpredictable, and that is the flair that we have been needing as a club for a few years now. So him and Zach Lomax have been charged over incidents, but we're going to focus on Luai. If you didn't know, Lomax gave a nice elbow to the defender, but Luai was charged with grade 2 contrary conduct over a gouging incident on the Maroons second rower Ruben Cotter in the 22nd minute of the match, and faces a fine worth 13% of his $30,000 match payment. That is going to be about $3,900. Now, Jarome can be a little dirty sometimes, the way he plays, but that is just some passion too. Eye gouging, I don't condone that, but at the same time, it was just being dirty, right? And so that has to change, Jarome. We can't be doing that, mate. You gotta keep it clean, gotta keep it simple. The West Tigers are definitely under the microscope right now from the refs, and from the NRL franchise as a whole. So they're gonna be finding things that we are doing wrong, and they're gonna definitely capitalize on that. But this is huge news for us West Tigers fans. Luai will be free to play for the West Tigers in Friday night's match against Canberra, while Lomax is available for Parramatta's clash with the Titans on Sunday night. So they have let them only off with just fines, and that is a huge thing that we can be super pumped about. I was worried if Jarome Luai was either going to play after Origin, which we're still waiting to hear, but it sounds like it is, because he's on the team list. Nothing's updated yet. But also when we saw that, and I was like, oh crap, he's either going to get a huge fine or he's going to be sent off for a couple of weeks on a suspension. So, how are we all feeling after last night's game? I know I'm a New South Wales fan. I know we came short by 2 points. I think we need to be better at kicking those conversions. But at the same time, we put up a major fight and a major comeback, and I was super pumped. And I'm even more so pumped now that Jarome Luai is able to play this weekend against the Canberra Raiders. Well, not this weekend, this week against Canberra Raiders. So if you're with me, let me know in the comments and let Jarome Luai know that, hey, we love you, man. We're not mad at you, but come on, we got to clean that stuff up. And when you watch back the replay, it's like, oh, that is pretty grueling. So, West Tigers fans, if you love this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. We also have Fan Friday starting up here in a week or two. I have a phone call actually tonight with one of you guys already, and then I have some more in the works. So if you want to be part of Fan Fridays, just talking footy, talking West Tigers, make sure you drop your name below in the comments. Let me know you're keen, and we'll make something happen. Anyway, chat to you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.